I'm here with Jamie Buhler, who is the pastor of The Branch, which is the new church plant here in Canmore.
Yes.
So, Jamie, I understand that you're a writer.
Yes, I am a writer.
I consider writing a form of art. So, would you consider yourself an artist?
Yeah, yes, I would.
So, can you tell me about this book that you recently wrote? I think you have a copy there in your hand that I strategically placed.
Gave me so that I can show. Yes. Is this close up? I don't know how to work that.
A little bit closer.
Yes. Say when.
Yeah, nice, neat little packages.
If I would stop moving it, you'd probably
Yeah. So where can people buy this book and where can they read about it?
They can click through my website, jamiebuhler.com.
jamiebuhler.com,
Yes.
so B-H...
B-U-H.
B-U-H.
L-E-R.
L-E-R.
J-A-M-I-E-B-U-H-L-E-R.com.
All right.
And I have a bunch of pages set up there, and one of the pages is Till You Drop, and that's where it clicks through the website where it can be bought.
Right. And so can you tell me a bit about this book? Like, when did you start writing this book?
I would say probably, well, in a technical sense, about 10 years ago was actually kind of when the ideas of writing came into my mind. But really kind of sitting down to write it, I started probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and how long ago did you publish this? Because it's 2011 now.
Yeah.
We're in January.
Probably last August. August 2010 is when I kind of got the first version. I went through a few drafts, obviously, to get, kind of what I wanted it to be and final.
So what is it that you're
Draft.
hoping to achieve when people are reading this? Like, what is it that you want them to realize or understand? Like, what's the purpose of it?
Life is messy, and that's not a bad thing. A lot of times people get really uptight and upset when things go wrong in their lives, and they see that as maybe them doing something wrong or something going wrong, instead of maybe this is all just a part of a process that everybody goes through. And maybe life getting messy and life not being the way it should be is a good thing.
So you can learn?
You can learn, and it doesn't necessarily... And part of it is meaning, too. A lot of times bad things happen and we attach meanings to them instead of, maybe the thing itself doesn't have a meaning and maybe there's a deeper thing to be learned through it.
So, do you see this as the start of a series of books that are affiliated to this one, or...?
Yeah, the book itself is somewhat... I was going through a difficult time myself when I wrote it, so it's a lot of my thoughts at the time. And so when I do intend to release some other books, which will be more clarifying, kind of, giving me more time to think kind of through what I was going through in the process and that sort of thing.
So people will be able to understand this book as the foundation for the other that are going to be...
It.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. So what brought you to Canmore?
Church planting. I've been wanting to, I've been wanting to church plant for a long time, and just my connection through First Assembly and meeting people in Calgary, it just kind of ended up being a good fit, ended up being a good time for me to take that step, and opportunity to Canmore came, and so I jumped at it.
So I understand that you also work at the bank during the day.
Yeah.
And so how is that juggling working at the bank and also being a writer and a pastor now and a church planner?
Ooh, I have to be very organized. Not all the time.
How do you stay organized?
I don't know, you just try and separate your time and do what you can, and we all have to work, we all have to make money, and so that's kind of, I just try and keep everything in its place and stay on top of everything I'm doing.
So if you could get anything right now, what would be your dream?
Oh, man. I think, nothing. I'm living it right now. I'm doing it. Planning a church is what my dream has always been. It's what I've wanted to do. And I'm writing. It's what I've always wanted to do. You don't need a whole lot of cash or a whole lot of whatever to fulfill your dream. You just do it.
So you came to Canmore, but you're from Manitoba as well, and I'm from Manitoba. And when did you leave Manitoba?
2006. Yeah, I came out here. There was more opportunity in Calgary work-wise, and it just made sense. And I was kind of running low on opportunity in Manitoba.
Where in Manitoba are you from?
Where am I from? Where I grew up?
Yes.
Hamiota, just north of Brandon.
Right.
Yeah. Farming community.
What are your parents like?
Very Mennonite.
What's very Mennonite? What does that look like to people?
very old, somewhat old-fashioned, somewhat, I don't know. No, my parents are good. Yeah. I don't know. Their parents. I don't know.
And how old are you?
32.
32.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
27th of September.
So you just turned
1978. Yes.
32 a little while ago.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really appreciative of your time. And again, if someone wanted to pick up a copy of your book, they can buy it off of the First Assembly's website.
Yes, fachurch.com. But it's easier to just go to my website.
And go through you
Yeah.
at jamiebuhler.com.
You got it.
Awesome. Thanks, Jamie.